Hi, this is Dr. Greg Bliss, and I wanted to thank you for participating in this lecture so far. In the conclusion here, it's important to understand that by asking questions of the text, it's kind of a philosophical discipline, we're able to see that the text is probably asking or addressing a different set of questions than we typically bring to the text in our 21st century mentality. So we know that Jesus is innocent kind of just because of Christianity in general, right? People assume that Jesus is innocent. But how does that apply to our day-to-day life? Well, let me give you an example that maybe it helps us unpack the text a little bit. There's a television show called NCIS. I like cop shows. And so in that story recently, the protagonist, the head person, Leroy Gibbs, confesses to his cohort that he has committed murder. Now, because he's a chief investigating officer, this is really a big issue. And he had done it many years ago, and he maybe did it for what might have been considered justifiable cause, but it puts a shadow over the entire cohort and the entire, actually the television series has been running for 16 seasons. So it creates this shadow. Now, we would probably anticipate that such a similar shadow existed at the time of Christ's death, because he'd been convicted, condemned by the Roman government and by the Jewish religious authorities. And so there's this kind of dark cloud that is sitting over who Jesus is. And the resurrection comes in, the way it's portrayed in Luke, it comes in and breaks that cloud. And it tells us that he is innocent and that he is risen. And it tells us that there's a new hope for us. And by using this philosophical process of being critical and analyzing the text, we get to the heart of that a little bit better than if we just kind of naively go into preaching from the text. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this is illuminating to you. And I hope you will continue with us as we continue to go through the book of Acts, which is the next segment. And thank you so much for spending your time with me.